Hello and welcome to part 5 of the e-commerce masterclass video series on e-commerce replatforms. We'll be talking to you now about platform shortlisting. By this stage in the project, hopefully you've been following my other videos in this series, you already know your budget, your scope and your MVP definition, and also the business critical requirements that have to be enabled. And this gives you a great information set for evaluating the platforms in the market and shortlisting down to a realistic list to do a deep dive evaluation of. So typically I would look to shortlist in the market to the best 3 fit for business purposes. Now this is really important because if you decide that you want to do a detailed assessment of every single platform in the market, it's going to take months and months of analysis to get to that level of due diligence. It pays to screen out those that are not best fit with you in terms of capability and budget. A good example is, say for example, you've got a total budget for build of £75,000 to £100,000, and I've worked on projects where this is the case. That automatically rules out higher end platforms like Salesforce, Commerce Cloud, Hybris, IBM WebSphere, etc. Because it's just not possible to get those platforms configured, set up and deployed within that budget. Typically those platforms are 200,000, 300,000 plus implementations. Equally, if you have a specific capability that is the primary driver of this, for example, business to business e-commerce, then there are some platforms that are better suited to B2B e-commerce than others. A good example is Shopify Plus. It's a great e-commerce platform and businesses $100 million plus use it. However, it doesn't have good native B2B capability. You'd have to then plug in third-party apps and extend the platform, and it becomes more complex to maintain and costly to do. However, platforms like Magento 2, Shopware and Intershop recognise as strong leaders in the B2B space and have lots of out-of-the-box capabilities such as quotes, custom pricing, custom catalogues for different customer types, etc. So you can quickly narrow down the field to, for example, a top 3 platforms. Then you can create a weighted scoring matrix that you'll use to do the detailed comparison, which will come on to the next stage. Now, a weighted scoring matrix is really important. It maps out all the different capabilities you want to assess the platforms against. So, for example, I like to break it down into platform experience. So, how many clients, are they relevant clients to the industry that we're working in? Do they have the experience of scaling from a £1 million business up to a £50 million business, etc.? Do they have that level of experience in the market? Do they have local teams? So, for example, some platforms are very strong in Germany, like Intershop and Shopware. Do they have a good network of systems integrators in the UK? Do they have on-premise teams in the local country, or would you be working remotely with project management team of developers, etc.? All those things are important in terms of service delivery, and then the functional capabilities aligned with your business critical requirements. And you can weight them. So if you create a total score of 100%, you can weight each area based on relative importance. So if B2B is critical to you, you weight that at, say, 5%. However, if another element is not so important, like business reporting, for example, you've already got a specialist business reporting business intelligence suite, all you need is a simple data feed into it, then you can rate the BI at 1% because the data feed is a bog standard capability. So you create the different weightings, and then each area can be scored a maximum 5, and we'll talk through that in the next series better, in the next video. But what that means is you now have an objective way to now compare the shortlisted platforms and score them consistently, which is really, really important before you move on to the next stage. The other thing you should be doing at this stage is doing demos with the shortlist. So if you're not quite sure about whether they are right for the shortlist, you need to pick some of the business critical requirements and go to those vendors and ask them to demo the platform specifically against those capabilities, not just the sanitized market demo, which is our platform can do everything, but these are 3-4 questions that we need to be able to answer. We would like you to show us how the platform would achieve that, and what would be out the box, what would be configuration, and what would be bespoke custom development. That will give you better confidence that those platforms are aligned with your business critical capabilities. Hopefully that's been useful and has given you some insights on how to go about platform shortlisting.